This artisanal, organic, small batch, handcrafted episode of Super Legit is brought to you by Radio Shock, the American Automobile Association, and Starbucks on Hollywood Boulevard. Welcome to the Super Legit podcast. I'm gonna just get things running right off the bat here because I don't have clever things to say. I just have my name. It's Jarrett, Lennon, Kaufman. You can call me Jet, and I have some fantastic members of my crew here with pens up their noses and various horrible things that they're doing on the screen. No, I'm sorry. I am being told to nix that. Nobody had a pen up their nose. It's a terrible influence. And dangerous, and they do not have ink leaking out of their nose right now onto their chin. Let's get this started. I'm going to ask my question here. Let's throw this question at Chris Compton. Chris Compton, what's something you're glad you bought the cheap version of instead of spending a lot of money on the way more expensive option that we're conditioned to buy in capitalism?
Democracy.
You're happy about that?
I went to every governmental system's a dollar store. And not almost, but not quite worth it.
Got it. Yeah. No, at this point, I don't see what we would have gotten more out of it. I've read all the documentation, and the higher end versions don't really sound like they're working that much better.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's all spelled out here in the Fertilist Papers.
Yes. Ali Maher, same question to you. What's the thing you bought the cheap version of that you're really glad you didn't spend more money on?
My car, because I'm not a very good driver. I do covet nice car. So I didn't drive until I was 34, I think. There was when I first got my license.
But you came from New York, so that makes a lot more sense.
But I came from the suburbs, so...
Oh, okay. All right. I tried to give you that one.
I know, and I usually take it. Like, usually I'm the one who's like, but I'm from New York. And I lived in Manhattan for almost 13 years. But I grew up in Westchester, which is like where you get your first Lexus, right? So,
right.
But I never cared about cars. It wasn't because I didn't have one.
With the bow on it.
Yeah, I didn't have one.
Yeah.
It wasn't a thing. And so when I got a job, I moved back to Westchester in my 30s, and I got a job, and it was like 45 minutes away, but I was like, well, I need to learn to drive anyway. So I somehow passed this road test. Like I literally got in the car and was like, okay, you're an actor in a part, you can drive. And I got my license, which is terrifying because I'd never driven before, and I somehow parallel parked. Like, I don't know where that came from deep within me. That was like my ancestors were like, you can do it. We can teach you in this moment.
I love that you Uda Hagened an Oldsmobile.
I was going to say, like, pulling off the Meisner exercise on the written test.
Who calls on their ancestors to do new things? I know you didn't have these in the 1800s, but I'm calling on you to help me drive this vehicle.
I come from a long line of bullshitters, so I was channeling that energy. I got my license. I cried. I hugged the lady, which you're not supposed to do. I hugged her in my car. And
you're not
cried.
supposed to show them emotion.
Yeah, or like touch them. They're also people, right? So I like hug her. I cry. And then the next day, I walked into a Toyota dealership, pointed at a car on the floor, and was like, that's nice, and drove a floor model Toyota Scion out the front door of the fucking dealership.
Was there a purchase involved?
Yeah. I signed something, yeah.
That one, later, bitches.
Was the door open?
Are they still looking for you?
No. I paid them every month, and I'm done in April. I'm very excited about that. But now that I've been in LA, where I'm really actually driving, now I covet. Like, I just drool over good cars. But I am grateful that I didn't start that way. Like, your first car, I don't care how old you are, your first car should not be a nice car. You need to earn it.
No, it should be a beater.
Yeah. You should earn it. So I'm glad I got my little Scion. I'm paying her off. Her name is Diane Chambers, which is funny that we all have a Cheers connection. And so I'm looking forward to, like, getting a new car. But you need that. You need the nugget, right? Like, you have to want something.
Perfect.
I'm going to get a mini coupe, I think. I want a mini coupe.
Nice.
It's not practical.
Michael Heiman, let's throw this one at you next. What have you purchased that you bought the cheap one, and you're so glad that that's all you spent?
I guess right now I'd say a sous vide.
Yes.
I don't know if any of you bought a sous vide, which has
I did, and I bought a cheap one.
Yeah, I bought it on this wonderful website called meh.com.
I have the exact same one from meh.com.
We have the same sous vide. It was like $20.
It's so good.
Wait, meth?
Maybe I don't use it enough, so that's why I'm glad.
meh.com.
Oh, the website.
I was hearing meth.com.
That's my other website that I enjoy.
Yeah, I was like,
you can get great deals on there.
Yeah.
This, like, my perspective in this is I'm hearing people use a word that I've only ever seen written down.
Yes.
And so I'm just sitting here in shock that that's what that word sounds like.
You're like, sus vide, eh?
Sus vide?
Yeah.
It's Swedish, right?
Thought it was Italian. Yeah.
But yeah, I was, I watch a lot of cooking shows and food shows, and especially like in Iron Chef and the competitions, they were using sous vides a lot in the last 5 years. And then sous vides, all of a sudden they made, household models that are more easily accessible. You can just put it in a bucket instead of needing the whole contraption. And I was like, oh, I'm going to try this. And then I bought the one on Meh, and I'm glad because I've only used it a handful of times.
Yeah.
So sous vide, did I say it right? Sous vide?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Yeah.
So it's like a jacuzzi for raw chicken, right?
Yeah, or anything.
Okay.
But yeah.
All right.
I hear it's
mostly
really good
meat,
with
but you could do
fish.
other stuff.
It's great for things.
We've done salmon with it. It's great with salmon.
Do you have to stick your food in a plastic bag before you put it in the water?
Yes. So you put it in a plastic bag. You can get a vacuum sealer, or you could use a resealable bag and use a straw to suck out the air. Or even, you don't even have to do that. Here's a great trick. You put the stuff in the bag in whatever seasoning or marinade, and then you slowly put it under the water. The water will displace the air in the bag. So you put it down until there's no air out, and then you just seal it. And it's just as vacuum, not as just as, but good enough.
I like so much that not only did you get the cheap sous vide, but the accessories. You're like,
you
put it in a bucket.
None of the accessories.
No, my wife figured out all this stuff. We got.
You let physics take care of the air
We've got this big
compression.
pasta pot. It was a spaghetti pot, a big spaghetti pot that we use. She figured out. Originally, she bought fancier bags, like Heiman was talking about, but eventually she figured out that the Ziploc freezer bags are perfect because they're high density but cheap. And then she figured out using the binder clips that you get for legal briefs and whatever. Those big thick binder clips. You use those to clip it to the side. You don't need anything fancy, so it's incredibly cheap parts. And then the results are so.
And for
good.
the meat, you can just use stuff you find around in your yard.
Yes. Roadkill. It's fantastic.
Yeah. Sous vide raccoon. Yes.
You say it the fancy way.
I mean, no, you've only seen the word raccoon written down.
Oh,
that's
true.
actually how you pronounce it.
Yeah. No, that's how you know a reader is they mispronounce all the words because they've only ever read them.
My brother had a story like that from college where he was like, we're big talkers in my family. And my brother was full on leading this discussion in his philosophy class. And he was like, I nailed that. I did my presentation. I did it well. And then at the end, the professor was like, yeah, but his name is pronounced Camus, not Camus. And my brother was just like, motherfucker, and actually said motherfucker to the professor because that's who my brother was. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Did he pronounce it
And the
correctly?
professor's like, it's motherfucker.
Stephen C. James, how about you? What's a thing that you are glad you underspent on?
I would say I'm a parent, and I was like, they are charging way too much for this crib. So, I mean, they're like, childproofing, nails not exposed. I'm not gonna, what? Come on. And then it came with pajamas, the one that I got, and they didn't spend money on all that extra fancy fireproofing either. So, it makes for interesting 4th of Julys, but other than that, yeah.
I think I helped you put that thing together.
Actually, yes. And actually, our friend Jay, who would be aghast at your car buying story, that crib has now gone on to his daughter. And by the way, we did spend a lot of money on that crib. I would say the thing that I'm glad I cheaped out on is anytime I buy eggs, my wife gets the brown eggs that are like small batch artisan. Yeah, the egg color is based on the color of the chicken. There's no difference in the shell, and it's just something that the farm man has done to trick white ladies. And I'm sorry,
Old McDonald.
That's our white guilt.
ladies,
That's my white guilt. I'm like, I'm gonna take care of these brown eggs. Come on, you're coming home with me. Like, I just am so guilty.
Quit trying to be a white savior to those brown eggs. All right,
Never.
You're not gonna dangerous minds those eggs.
I was just gonna say that. I was waiting for you to stop talking so I could interject my idea, which was
never plan on me to stop talking.
I'm the Michelle Pfeiffer of those eggs. I love it.
I can't believe you can't appreciate a handcrafted artisan brown egg.
Yeah, no, I got nothing. You know what? It's all yolky inside. It's all yolky on the inside.
Yep.
That is a farmer's market in Burbank we used to go to, and there would be a line, like it was like they were like, it was like every band at Coachella had gotten back together at the same time. And this is for the artisan, or as I call them, artisanal eggs that they're selling at the farm. I'm like, guys, come on. You're gonna put this in dough, all right?
I don't know which comedian said this, but they were like, cage free. They're like, no, that's not, there's no such thing as cage free. Like, they would fucking run away. Like, you can't, like, of course
depends on how big the cage is.
Like, there is a cage. Like,
yeah, every single chicken would Shawshank their asses out of there and then get eaten by a weasel at the first opportunity.
Chicken just happened to walk by.
My wife loves, we joked about my wife just loving things with adjectives that, like, if you said artisanal, organic, small batch, handcrafted, she'd already be at the checkout before she got to the word rat poison at the bottom.
To be fair, that is fair trade.
Yeah, that is fair trade.
Sean Michael Boozer, first off, welcome to the cast.
Thank you. Pleased to be here. Thank you so much.
yay.
Let's throw you the exact same question we gave everyone else. Of course, I won't remember the exact way I worded it. So what did you buy cheaply that you could have spent more on, but it worked out for the better?
Oh, there is nothing I would have spent more on. I'm not that guy. As a child, I grew up in South Phoenix, which is nowhere adjacent to Westchester. Like, as a kid, I always wanted the electronics, and I always got the electronics I wanted, but they weren't the electronics I wanted. They were Radio Shack. They were Tandy. So,
right.
And I was like, you know what? This is not that bad. It's not what it's close enough. And so I realized, you know what? Close enough is okay. And the only thing I don't not spend money on, like, there is always a coupon in my wallet. I love coupons. I know it's not cool, but I love coupons. I think the only thing I don't cheap out on would be food. Like, I love going out to eat, and I don't, if it's good, it does not bother me that I've been way gouged. So that's the only thing I am proud about not cheaping out on is getting fatter, is what I'm saying.
Right. Yep.
Anything that you're going to, like, overspend on, you're going to actually keep on your body for the rest of your life.
You're going to see it. Yeah.
Yeah, like gout. I paid for this nicely, handsomely, and it's mine.
A very expensive spare tire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have cheaped out for years on my wallet. That sounds ironic, but I have instead of I keep checking into, like, fancy wallets of various types. You see all these really clever wallets online that have all these fancy ways they work, but there's this brand called Mighty Wallet that their wallets are made out of Tyvek, which is the material that, like, the FedEx envelopes are made out of, and they use it for insulation. And it's a type of paper that is completely waterproof and tear-proof. You can cut it if you deliberately cut it with scissors or something, but it won't puncture easily. It won't tear easily. And so the wallets are basically this sheet of paper that they carefully cut into a certain shape that they can kind of origami together into this perfect wallet that has just the right number of compartments for me. And it happens to fit perfectly, and they cost like $12 to $15, and they go for maybe 13, maybe 3 or 4 years before I have to replace it. And at that point, it's like $12 to $15 that I spent on it. And they come in all these really cool designs. Like, I've got a nice Doctor Who one that I'm waiting to switch into when mine wears out. Like, I'll buy ahead 1 or 2 of them just so I'm ready.
You won't even treat yourself to a new $15 wallet. You're like, I have to wait until this one dies.
Yes.
Oh.
Yep. Yeah.
He's going to get his $4 a year out of each wallet before he moves on.
I mean, they get a nice wear on them. It's almost like a leather patina kind of thing, but it's a paper patina. You know,
Steven,
it's very fancy.
They have a cassette tape one that can match your phone.
Oh. Or I can continue having the wallet that I've had for the past 10 years that's made out of something other than paper.
Right.
That cost me like $18 at a Marshall's. Yeah.
If someone like takes your wallet, do you just use a FedEx envelope for a couple days until you get a new one in the mail, or?
I origami it back together.
I like that if you set your wallet down, it may get mailed across the country.
Yes. Yeah, actually, some of them they have like postal designs on them and things like that. So I really feel like you could just add postpaid postage
and it
to it, add your
it
address
gets delivered in it, right? So it's like you're taking a wallet out of a wallet. Like, so it's like the Russian dolls of wallets. Like,
oh, that's so meta. I love that.
Money
What's the wallet? What's the envelope? Or is there any difference at all?
Yeah.
Like,
you're on a podcast. You have to actually say, "My mind is blowing."
Oh, I'm miming the brain exploding thing.
Yeah. It's okay. You'll get the hang of it.
Yeah, I think I've only had 3 wallets because I had a wallet that my dad gave me in high school that he bought for $5 at JCPenney that lasted me until I was about 37. And it was like, it had like, the little like plastic thing where you're supposed to put your like ID under. And so I put my college student ID under, and it leached out the ink from it. So even after I threw up my college ID, you had this like ghostly picture of what I looked like when I had hope.
I remember that wallet.
Super.
Hey son, I'm real excited for you. College, it's a big time.
Yeah, me too.
I just I want to prepare you. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be all these new experiences you have, all these new people you meet.
I've seen a lot of movies, so I think I'm really prepped for it.
Good. All right. I want to make sure. Look, this is something my dad did for me. His dad did it for him, and so it's a point of pride for me that I finally get to do this for you. So,
you give me a car?
Oh God, no! God, no! All the money went into the college. All the money went into the college. In fact, money I don't have and won't have for a long time is going into the college. It's going to be going into. Yeah, honestly, I'm going to be passing that debt down to you. You know that. Anyway, no. It's simpler. Let me get at my wallet here. Hold on.
All
right. Yeah. Oh God, this is a beauty here. All right, and here you go. It's a condom. This is a condom. You're going to need these. You're going to want to keep this condom in your wallet. I've had this exact condom in my wallet since my dad gave it to me, and he had it in his wallet since his dad gave it to him.
So, yeah, I noticed this is the fact that it says that it's galvanized rubber.
Yeah, that's how you know it's good.
It's probably World War I vintage.
Yeah, they don't make them like they used to.
There's a reason. So, like, I appreciate this, Dad, but
well, you're damn well better. I take care of my son.
I just wish we'd had conversations about using these, but penicillin being what it is, like, we're all good. But yeah, I hope you don't mind if I feel like I can't keep something like this in my wallet.
Well, it's tradition. I mean, you're gonna turn down decades and decades of Robertson family tradition for what possible reason could you have? Like, this is an insult to the bloodline.
I know it's an heirloom. I guess I was just expecting a ring. I mean, I'm not ungrateful. I just, you see it on Pinterest, the sunset, the skywriting. And then a ring comes out, and this is a really old condom.
We could totally use it as a ring.
Okay.
It's the right shape.
You're not kidding.
I mean, the leather, the rubber's a little cracked because it, went through the Great Depression.
Medieval times. It's old. It's not a.
Well, now all we need is something borrowed, something blue, and something new.
Honey, I know that when your dad passed, it was really hard for you. And I'm trying really hard to be supportive of that relationship. Okay, even though we both know it was a toxic relationship and
This is literally the only thing my father ever gave me.
What does
This
that say to you?
and a $200,000 education at Sarah Lawrence University. But mainly this. Like this is
Which
the
is
one
in
thing.
Westchester. Yes.
I don't mean to brag, but I majored in communications.
Westchester is very fancy. And
It is very. Any university that has a first and last name, very fancy. It's really just us and Notre Dame.
And I'm not.
Am I saying that correctly? I've only seen it written down. Dame, Dom.
Look, I'm not with you for your money, obviously, but when I met you at Slave to the Grind in Bronxville Manor, I really thought I'd get a ring if I stuck this out, so.
Well, I guess the way I see it, a diamond they say is forever. And maybe it is. But you know what? It comes at a cost. Have you ever seen the movie Blood Diamond?
No.
Okay. So Blood Diamond is basically about every diamond that has ever existed.
Oh, Lisa. Let's see it. I can't believe he asked. Oh my God, I'm so excited.
My eczema,
I'm not saying I'm going to be maid of honor, but I am your younger sister. Okay,
yes.
Let's see it.
You are. And as your older sister, it's my job to keep the hope in your eyes. So we're not going to look at the ring right now.
Oh, but come on.
No,
oh my God.
About the dress. What about the dress?
Sparkles so much on your fingers.
Okay. Ow. Fine.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yes, it's
that
old.
Is that onyx?
Yes. It's
oh my gosh.
It's
Is
not
that
even
wow?
lubricated.
That's so
There's
beautiful.
Oh.
It's like a black onyx stone. What is that? Oh wow! And I love the way it covers both your ring finger and your pinky. It's like it's uniting the two of you. Oh my God! It is so beautiful, Lisa.
You know what?
You are the luckiest woman in the world. Oh my God! I hope I can find someone who cares enough about me to give me something like that.
Amy, I have to say that I was on board with Dad spending all of his money to send me to college. But now, listening to you talk, I feel like I have made a terrible mistake and I have done you a huge disservice. This is an unlubricated condom. This is not a vintage, bespoke, black onyx Pinterest gem.
What? There's no way that's a condom. All right, listen.
It is!
Trevor and I use condoms all the time. I know what a condom looks like. You can ask any of my kids. They all know what condoms look like too.
I'm telling you, it's so old. It's not even a circle. That's how old it is. It's like a triangle shape.
Oh my gosh. It's like the 3 points are you and him and whoever your future child is. I guess you need more points if you have as many kids as I do. But still, it's so beautiful. Oh my gosh.
I'm questioning everyone's judgment. Everyone around me.
Oh, trust me, Lisa. I've seen a lot of judges. You don't need to question anyone's judgment. You made the right decision saying yes. Okay?
Yeah, and that actually, you're having the opposite effect of what I think you want to be happening. Amy.
Oh.
First off, Amy.
Yeah.
I don't think you even are an expert on condoms. You have 6 children.
Well,
you obviously are not using them.
That's why I asked you to lunch. Turns out it's going to be lucky number 7.
Oh my God.
I know. We both have such good news.
Aim, honey.
Yes, Trev?
We should talk.
Yeah. What's up, Trev?
First of all, I love when you call me Trev, Aim.
Of course.
You're so cute. So here's the thing. You know me. I know you. We understand each other.
Of course.
I'm an evens guy.
Oh, yeah. Of course.
I'm an evens guy. I like the 2s. I like the 4s. I like the 6s. I like the 8s.
Yeah. I remember that's how we met. I was on the sidelines being like, 2, 4, 6, 8. Who do we appreciate? And you pointed over at me and you were like, Amy. And I was like, he knows my name.
It was on the front of your uniform, but I've always
still,
been a
you were
reader.
so busy coaching.
Well, I can multitask. I can multitask. I've always been good at that. I can teach. I can raise kids. But we're getting off topic here. We're getting off topic. Lucky number 7, quote unquote, has never been lucky for me.
But it's an even number.
No, 7 is not oh, honey.
Yeah,
Amy.
it rhymes. 7 even. Is that how you pronounce it? I've only ever seen it written down.
No, I think you're thinking, no, it.
And here is your perfect martini, sir.
Thank you. Oh, this is, it's just perfectly dry.
Mm-hmm.
This is an incredible martini.
Mm-hmm. And if you'll notice, the traditional 3 olives.
Of course I noticed. I can multitask.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, God. 3 olives. I didn't notice. I've been so busy multitasking.
We're just fucking with you, Trev.
Oh, thank God.
Come on. We would never take you to a bar with 3 olives. Come on.
I'm glad you're having fun at my expense. This is not funny to me. You know what? Numbers are almost a religion to me. And for you to throw that in my face is like saying Jeebus is not real.
Well, I mean, that's what little brothers are for, right? We're here to clown around. I play the pranks. You do all the grown-up stuff.
The grown-up stuff, like making sure that I pay the cover your rent and bail you out. Yeah. Here's the thing. We should talk about that. I've got 6, possibly 7 kids that I have to constantly bail out of jail. So I don't know that I can still continue to bail you out of jail as well.
The way I see it, if you have 7 kids, I'm around 8 for you.
Legit.
Am I the only bartender here? Like, when I hear martini, I picture 3 olives immediately, and then I was like, oh, maybe that's a very specific alley thing.
I never tended bar, but I used to drink a lot of martinis. That used to be my drink for like the first 5 years of my drinking life.
I've actually never had a martini.
That's a hell of a way to start a drinking life. Like with the booze of a 55-year-old stockbroker.
Yeah. I went from martinis, then I was like, you know what? I think I've had enough vodka martinis. I think I'm going to go to scotch. So, I've been stuck on that for the past 2 decades. Yeah.
Yeah, one thing that you didn't do cheaply was your drinking.
Does anyone else here hate olives like I do?
No.
I used to. No. I did. I hated. I don't like salty.
I'm ambivalent.
So you say you used to, and this is one of the things I've been wondering. How do you get over that? Because olives this big deal that people love, and I'm like, I would like to appreciate them, but I can't.
I don't eat them like alone. I'll tolerate them if they're in moderation on vegetable pizzas or Greek salads, and those are and they have to be black. Or brown eggs. You know how I am with the...
Yeah, exactly. Because you want to save these
diverse
olives.
Eater, yes. They have to be black olives. I don't like the green ones. And I can't have too many. Like, if it's a primary taste, I pick half of them out. But they're an okay little touch of salt now.
Wait, Allie, Jet, are you two saying that you two did not grow up putting an olive on each one of your fingers while you were eating in the kitchen and have olive finger hands?
No,
that's what I did.
Bugle hands, the witch fingers, the bugle witch fingers, but no olive hands.
I did the olive hands too, and they were like little Russian dancer guys with the big hats on.
See, and that's the kind of desensitization that got us into the political climate we're in now.
This is true. It's all my fault. I take all responsibility. My bad.
They call him the Barry Goldwater of politics, Sean Michael Boozer.
We're from the same state, you know.
How's your .com going? Didn't you invent Parler, Sean Michael? That was you, right?
I did.
Yeah, in your Parler.
I did.
Right? Instead of like in the garage, the way the other .coms did it, you made it in your Parler?
I did. But I quickly outsourced it to Russia because I thought, who else was going to host this? That's eventually what happened.
That was a perfect example of people who say, forget this, I'm going to start my own fill in the blank.
Yeah.
This is why that's a bad idea.
Yeah.
Because you know who never says that? Someone who's good at starting one of those things.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, I'm honestly impressed they got as far as they did, like to ever even get it launched and get it to function at all. That was surprising, but it was the most inevitable result for that platform because I talked about this online too. Historically, every other social media platform has gone through the same process of the same self-indulgent idea of we're going to let our community police themselves. We trust people to do the right thing, and we're not going to get our hands dirty in moderation. And the only reason we have still heard of any of these communities is because they figured out that did not work.
Oh yeah,
and you could figure that out very quickly if you read anything about human history. Because humans are horrible. They need to have somebody say, no, too far. Don't do that.
Or if you even heard the word internet. If ever there's been a greater example of humanity's inability to police itself, it is a single comment on Sandra Boynton, famed children's author's Facebook page. Which, what I will miss most about Trump leaving is seeing her post pictures of fuzzy animals that turn into angry political discussions. You may need to have kids for this one, but
yeah, I'm not familiar. But now I've got to look this up.
I was like, I don't know what he's talking about, but I'm gonna.
Chet,
I'm gonna
one of the
laugh.
ones who does have kids, is like, I don't know what you're talking about.
My wife and I have legit had a tense conversation arguing about each other's top 10 Sandra Boynton books. So just know, when you have a kid, it suddenly becomes a thing where it's like, really? Dinosaurs can dance? Come on!
First of all, it's 1, 2, 3 dinosaur.
Well, personally, I'm a happy hippo, angry duck guy myself.
And actually, it's oh my dinosaur.
You people with kids, though, are really tight-lipped when you guys get something good, like a series of unfortunate events, the Netflix version of it.
So good.
That was incredible, and none of you parenting types ever told me about it. I had to learn about it on the streets, like a common criminal.
My kid's going to be 6 this week. If I show him anything that has a villain, he's basically a broken human. Right? We were watching a Snoopy movie, and for just like a brief second, a cat chases Woodstock for literally 4 seconds. And he starts screaming, "No! This is not the kind of movie for 5-year-olds! Why would you make me watch this? No!" And my wife, who's working in the bedroom because it's a pandemic, comes bursting out, expecting it to be something where I'm just like, see? And this is where he eats the liver with the fava bean.
Yeah. You're on Amazon Prime. It's like, Poltergoose, this looks good.
Was he already on the phone to CPS, Child Protective Services? Yes. No, with a cat chasing him in broad daylight. Yes.
See, but I think that's a temperament thing. I think children pop out like that because I have a very sweet 5-year-old girl I teach chess to, and lately her parents are like, she's playing chess around the clock. Can you do anything else with her? And so I was like, all right. Let's learn some Greek mythology. And now, when we start our Zooms, the first thing she says is, I want to make a story where we cut someone's head off. She is 5. She is like the sweetest, most polite little... And I was like, all right, so what was your favorite part? I like the snakes for hair. I like where he ties her to the post and the monster
so you told the parents, be careful what you wish for?
Yeah.
So basically what you're doing is creating a murderer who's really good at strategy.
Yes.
Thank you, Ellie.
This is Moriarty in the making.
Yeah.
I think the only possible response you can have to that is pawn to Queen's Bishop 4.
Yeah. No, and then
is that real chess, by the way? I've only read about it.
I believe in child-led activities. I was like, cool, if you want to write a story about someone chopping off a head, we have to have a main character. We have to have an arc for them. They're going to have a moral at the end. They need to have a challenge. I was like, let's do this. Let's do a writing template, you 5-year-old savage.
You got to raise the stakes here, kid.
Yeah.
You know who was absolutely terrifying to me when I was a kid? Did you guys see Chitty Chitty Bang Bang?
Yes.
The child stealer. Dude, freaked me out, especially when he has that little pop his head in when they're underneath. Oh my gosh. You're just thinking about it right now. Oh, yes.
Anytime anyone is ever nostalgic, realize that that was because child stealing was so common then. They're like, we might as well stick in the kids movie. They're going to run into it sooner or later.
Oh, that reminds me of Uncle Ted. Yeah. All of those children's movies growing up had a sexy character that every little girl, I wanted to be. Even in Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, there's the, you're my little teddy bear. And she's got she's wearing a bustier and underwear. And she's following the king around and she's supposed to be comedic. But then your 5-year-old is running around in her underwear you're my little teddy bear. has like a sexualized female that some little girls like me gravitated towards.
They were still all written by
I've
adult
not
men, so of course it was
seen
gonna
this
be
Yes.
movie. So what's the bang bang part of it represent then with what you're saying?
Right.
That's the same guy that wrote James Bond, right? Ian Fleming.
yeah.
So I guess, yeah.
Oh, wow,
so
that's right.
I guess that's just his
God.
thing. Where he's
Yes.
just like, all right, listen, we've got a plot, but where's the thing where we objectify a woman?
Can you imagine the crossover with Pussy Galore and Chitty Chitty Bang Bang?
Yeah.
Have they gotten these two universes together?
I wonder if he was originally like James Bang Bang, and then he was like, "Wait, these are separate ideas," and like branched off.
Just the names, like the concept went straight through to both.
I mean,
of
Same
isn't this
concept.
really where Spy Kids is in that territory? Like, Spy Kids is Robert Rodriguez, a director known for doing some of the most violent adult films imaginable, and then he makes this incredibly successful kids franchise, which is the origination of Machete.
Violent
he started in the
films
Spy
for
Kids
adults,
films.
not adult films.
Yeah,
Yes.
okay. Yes, all right, fair enough.
Thank
Yes,
you for the
yes.
clarification, sir.
Yeah,
Well
yeah.
done.
Fair enough. Fair point. Thank you. Hey, Stephen C. James, I think you have our first ad for us this week, don't you?
Yeah, it's a short one. We got these folks back from a couple weeks ago.
I love the
They-
return sponsors. That's great.
Yeah, of
that
course.
shows
They
that
really
we really
love
had an impact on their business.
Yeah, and it said they've gotten a lot more business. Well, actually, they've just been super busy because of recent events, but it's Blue States over Oklahoma. So I guess let me email you the file and let me know, and you can go ahead and
Great.
I'll hit play over here. Can we do that? Will that work?
If that works. Oh no, I just got the email. Hold on, here it is. Here. Okay. I'm just gonna hit play on it right now.
Hey, y'all, it's been a rough time over here at Blue States over Oklahoma. A rough time because we've been so busy. Oh, if you want to get a taste of what it's like to live in one of them blue states, come on over here to Blue States over Oklahoma. We will take your opportunity to get a look at how the other half, the lesser half, lives with our brand new special event. Every day at noon, your kids can come on down to the quad and have a chance to ride and Biden. You can hop on the back of our quote, unquote president, just like the Chinese do. You can climb all over him and he'll give you whatever that kid wants. He's like Santa Claus, except socialister. All right, and then now we've got a brand new event for all of our friends on our most popular social network, no longer Parlor. Rest in peace. Our Capital Escape Room. Yes, you are in the job of a congressman from a blue state, and you got to figure out your way out of the Capitol building before patriots come and wreak vengeance upon you for all the evils you've done by giving kids food for their school lunches. Them bastards. And of course, for the younger folks, for the tweens and teens and all the in-betweens, we've got a new booth where we can guess your gram. You step on the scale and we guess how many Instagram followers you would need to feel validated. Come on down to Blue States over Oklahoma. We're going to take care of you just like the nanny state wants to. Come on down. And remember, if you bring a can of Dr. Pepper, you get in because we know you're one of us.
I feel like I've got to repeat the disclaimer from last time that we, of course, don't necessarily share the views of all of our sponsors, but we do very much appreciate their money.
I will say, I do like Dr. Pepper.
Hey, I've got a question.
Yeah.
As a new guy to the podcast here, is there a vetting process for
None whatsoever.
our sponsors?
No.
Or is it
No,
just the
no.
check clearing? Is that
No.
what it is?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
That is the vetting process. Yeah, absolutely.
Not even. We asked them to Venmo us now.
Yeah, no, we put a few ads up before they paid us. We've learned our lesson from that one very, very clearly. So now we try to be more careful. But yeah, no, that's it. That's it. Yeah. So honestly, if you guys have a product you want to advertise, hit us up. Contact at superlegitpod.com or Twitter on superlegitpod. Just let us know what you want us to hawk for you, and we will gladly do it.
Can they hit us up on Parler?
Not currently, no.
Well,
Yeah.
one of us would have to admit we're on Parler for that to happen.
And silence.
Which my lawyer has advised us not to do.
Yeah. Well, I'm from Westchester. I can probably get away with it. Slide right in there.
If you're talking to your lawyer about Parler, he's probably like, "Fuck yeah, do what you want."
Yeah, I mean, I can't. I'm from South Carolina, but I can't admit it on Parler because it would mean that I knew how to use a computer.
Yeah.
I wish that was true, but otherwise we wouldn't have had Parler.
I feel like blue states over Oklahoma, right?
Yes.
I feel like it's awfully close to Omaha Steaks, and I feel like they're gonna have a clapback at some point because every time I hear that, I'm like, Omaha Steaks is gonna get so mad. It sounds so close. It just sounds too close.
Though Omaha is the like pocket of blue in the middle of Nebraska too.
Yeah, that's why.
So yeah,
Because it's a big
They
city
may
with a lot of
have
people.
Literal beef.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they have great steaks. Like, they don't need this on their back, you know?
Yeah.
My grandfather, Sheldon Melvin Heiman, whenever he would go visit
Wonderful.
one of his children,
The con man.
my dad had 5 younger sisters. And so Grandpa Shelley would go visit any one of them. And in the preamble before he visit, he would send them Omaha Steaks. They would receive deliveries from Omaha Steaks before his visit.
That's amazing.
Like he's planning for the meals that he wants them to cook for him.
I love that.
Now, were these paid for with the money that he stole from all of those people?
Probably. I mean, I don't know how else he made his money.
I do like now. I know there are 2 preambles that I know of now: the U.S. Constitution and your grandfather's steaks.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like the idea of him not announcing he's coming other than sending the steaks. Like, they get a package and it's like, oh shit, Grandpa's coming to town.
I want to think that's true. I do.
And you know what Grandpa Shelley would do if he was still alive today? He'd send those steaks and a $20 sous vide.
Super.
Honey, did you
What?
leave a box by the front door? Did you leave this box?
Yes. What?
Okay, all right. I saw there was dry ice smoke coming out of the top of it, and I thought it was your uncle again. I thought it was your uncle sending us a warning again. You know how I feel. You know how I feel when we get the dry ice boxes.
He's not that bad. Come on. Gary,
He's
come
not
on.
that bad.
Gary.
He's not
come
that
on,
bad.
Gary, come on.
Oh really? Oh really? This is the man who takes off his shoes the moment he walks in our door, which we do not have a shoe-free household. And he does not wear socks. He does not wear socks under those shoes.
His corns need to breathe.
And he doesn't shower.
Oh, okay. Listen, if you made your life as a walking salesman, you too would want to take off your shoes as soon as you were in a hospitable home. Okay?
Okay, but we don't have a hospitable home to him. I have made it clear to him that our home is not hospitable to him. I want nothing to do with him.
My uncle was the absentee father I never had.
But you remember, the next thing he does is he asks where the shitter is. And it's in the same
Because
place.
he needs to shit. He's done a lot of walking.
But can't he ever close the door? It's simple.
He just got here. He wants to catch up. I think you're the one with the problem. Garrison. You know how much I love you, Garrison. You know how much I love you. But you know what they say? If you can't handle me at my uncle, you don't deserve me at my best. All right?
I know.
So, my uncle, he's a...
Okay, so this is going to be your new cubicle, Garrison. You can unpack whatever you have with you, and we don't like to get like super cutesy with our cubicles. We try to keep it professional, but you're welcome to bring in whatever will make you comfortable. Long days. The one thing that we do enforce is this is a shoe-free office. You're gonna have to take your shoes off at the door, and no socks. We found that people just slide around. It's complicated. So if you want to just head back, take those puppies off, and yeah, we're gonna start today.
I'm sorry. Nobody wears shoes in the entire office.
Yeah, you haven't looked down yet, have you?
Oh fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. Excuse my language.
Yeah, no, it's
I
okay.
should've-
It's all right. We're not that uptight. We don't wear shoes, right? A couple of curse words isn't gonna hurt you.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Oh, that's an interesting nail polish choice. Yes.
Thank you. We try to switch it up. Some companies do a happy hour. We do like a pedicure hour here
Right.
and there for some team
Right.
bonding. A couple of trust falls, maybe a foot
Foot
rub.
massages. Foot massages. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Coming
all right,
around.
that's-
Who needs one? Who needs one? Foot
Not
massages.
me. Not me.
God.
Not me. I want people far
Get
away from my
hands
feet.
nice
Thank
and
you.
warm. Hey, you must be new.
Oh yes, I'm
I'm
Garrison.
Lou. I'm the foot massage guy.
Great.
He's a great
That's
guy.
wonderful. Just keep because your those hands are on feet all day. Those hands just are
Oh,
manipulating
those hands
feet.
are the hands of God, is what they are.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So,
I got 'em.
Yeah.
I got these fingies in between the toesies all day long.
Okay, cool. Just-
bro, is that Lou on the other side of the cubicle?
You
Yeah!
know it.
Hey guys! Oh, you're new here. Well,
Hi.
you know what? I gotta keep working. I'd love to talk. I'm just gonna stick my feet up over the cubicle. Lou, if you just slide
God.
in here and do your magic, you don't even have to come in my cubicle. I'll just put my feet up
Gotcha,
here.
Hank.
Oh.
You know,
I gotcha.
Gary, you don't mind if I put my feet up above your head and you get massages my feet while you're sitting in your new
okay.
cubicle?
I mean, it's my first day. I don't want. Who am I to call the shots here about how your business works?
Well, you
Exactly.
don't. You're not the
Also-
boss. We're in a cubicle. That's
Right.
why we don't call the shots.
Oh God. Okay. Hold on. I need to breathe here for a moment. I need to breathe.
Hey, if anybody wants Starbucks, I'm gonna walk from here all the way through Hollywood to the Starbucks, pick some up,
Yeah.
and then walk all the way back onto
Yeah.
the carpet that you guys are
Yeah.
gonna walk
Oh
on.
yeah,
when
you're
you
gonna
when
get
you
those
walk around the
calluses
office.
so good. And then when you
Oh.
get back, Lou can work his magic.
Oh man, I can't wait for you to scrape some of this Hollywood off these feet.
I don't wash my hands in between massages because it makes everything a little bit better.
So, Garrett, at our last session, you were talking about how when you were felt overwhelmed, a lot of things coming at you, we
Yeah.
practiced the breathing technique.
Yes. Yes.
And did that get you centered? Were you able to use that? Did you not feel overwhelmed this week? I know you started your new job this week.
Yeah,
How is everything?
I did put the breathing into practice. What I didn't anticipate is that the deep breathing just brought the smell of the feet deeper into my lungs, and I vomited in my cubicle.
And how did that make you feel?
Humiliated.
I could see how that would follow. I feel silly for even asking that follow-up question.
Yeah, and further nauseated as well because, of course, seeing my own vomit then set off kind of a vomit waterfall effect of vomiting from seeing the vomiting, and it was a bad day all around for me, and I assume my coworkers.
A waterfall chain reaction vomit does not sound like a great day for anybody. Absolutely, I can understand that. Look, just so this may violate some patient-doctor boundaries, but I got you a little first week of work gift here.
Oh my God!
It's this box here. Don't mind the steam coming out of the side. That's just dry ice. I got this. I was inspired by one of the stories you told me when you first got here.
Okay.
So this is a therapy I like to call bringing all your worst nightmares back right into your face again.
Okay. All right. I'm opening it. I'm sorry. What was the reason for packing the shoes in dry ice?
I'm going to be honest with you. I was not totally listening the last couple of weeks when you were talking, so I took what I did get. And
Hi, I'm Terry Gross, and I'm here with Dr. Ruzub and his new book, Taking All of Your Worst Fears and Putting Them Right Back in Your Face. Dr. Ruzub, this book has been a wonderful bestseller, especially oddly amongst parents. What would you say you would attribute the success of your new book to?
Well, Terry, first of all, it is great to be on your show. I've always loved long-winded questions. I would say mostly I attribute my my success to writing the book and getting a publisher to push it for me.
Yes. And how have you reacted to those who found your stance just a little bit controversial? The idea that if someone has a case of arachnophobia, chapter 4, spiders in the mouth, things of these nature. And how are you holding up with the scrutiny that this book is coming under?
First of all, let me say I am so impressed, Terry, that you actually read my book. The fact that you can quote chapter and verse, chapter 4, spiders in your mouth for arachnophobia. Listen, in this country, we've become so mamby-pamby about everything. I am not a coddler. Here's the thing. When my clients would come in, they do a lot of whining about stuff, and I couldn't really listen to the whole thing because it's just, it's just not my thing. I'm more of a positive person. So I feel like let's just get to the root of the problem. And the root of the problem is you're scared of spiders, spiders in your mouth, boom, problem solved, moving on. Next day, I'm done listening. You're over it.
Wow, that is fascinating.
Okay, so for Halloween, I got you this Woodstock costume. Now hear me out. I'm gonna be the cat. Okay. I've been listening to this podcast. This seems like the only way we're gonna get past this, alright? So, you're gonna go in there, you're gonna put it on, you're gonna come back out, you're gonna make a cute couple sounds like, ow! The Woodstock thing. And then, I'm gonna come out from behind the couch, and I'm gonna chase you around. No more than 4 seconds, okay? No more than 4 seconds of this cat chasing you around.
Mom. I see.
Yeah.
I don't know. The whole thing sounds a little
Okay,
heightening.
honey. Jason.
Yeah.
Not
Yes.
a choice. This is not a choice. Okay,
well,
you get a lot of choices in the day. This is not one of them.
Can I get a different choice for the sound Woodstock makes? Because the one you made is not what he makes.
Yeah, sure, honey. You want to get
Okay.
method on me? That's fine. I sent you to that very expensive drama school. You want to get into this? Show me what you got. Because I put a lot of money into that. I'd love to see what you learned.
I knew
there.
it was a good school because it had 2 names. It was the Sanford Meisner School.
Yes,
so I knew it was going to be
exactly.
good.
I only looked at 2 name schools.
Yes,
'Cause
I
I love
appreciate
you.
that.
I want the best for you.
I do want the best. I want the best for us, and I want the best for this relationship, Mom. But I feel like
Right.
you might be pushing things here.
Yes, I think I am.
I'm not. I'm uncomfortable with the boundaries here.
Yeah, that's the point. That's the point. This country is very mamby-pamby, okay? And I have learned that you have to push your children to take risks, or else they grow up afraid of everything.
That
right?
sounds
So we're going to
delightful.
do-
I would love to live in that. I'm okay with this.
No. Again, this is not your choice. You don't seem
Oh,
to
yes, all right.
understand. Yeah.
Okay,
you
yeah.
don't- this
I
is
want to
not a
continue
choice.
to eat and live here, so I'm definitely gonna. Okay, I'm
Yeah.
gonna put the costume on, and
Yeah.
4 seconds.
Don't time
Is
it.
this like the time?
This is trust.
Is this like the time when you taught me to swim and you said I'm only going to leave you out there for 4 seconds, and it ended up being a half hour
You're
because
not
you
going to
just
know that until the end of this exercise, right? That's the trust part. Okay?
But-
so take your shoes off and put the costume on.
okay
And keep those shoes off. I don't want those shoes in this house anymore.
shoes, but these are the only thing I have to remember Dad by.
No.
These oversized pity loafers.
No.
All right, guys, I'm going to go down to Starbucks. I'm going to walk all the way across Hollywood and then walk all the way back barefoot. Right back on this carpet. I promise you I'll come back. Who wants a macchiato?
Legit.
Oh.
Oh.
I like that we made it all the way to Wes Craven subconscious from Quentin Tarantino subconscious.
I'm just picturing the squealing of brakes and then a pair of penny loafers on the sidewalk.
Shawn Michael, that method, the forcing the fears on someone, actually sounds a lot like a thing that I used to do when I was a medium in a magic show, and I would cure people of their fears using yes.
Was it exposure therapy or overexposure
Essentially.
therapy?
It's been years, but it was so fun. But I was a medium in a like theatrical magic show. It was all about people's fears, and it was semi-autobiographical of the magician who wrote it, an actor, Albie, and it was like his show. But there's a section where I was a medium, and we would pick someone from the audience randomly, and they would come on stage, and I would, as the medium, divine their greatest fear and their favorite childhood toy, and then I would tell them like a meditative story with them using their childhood toy to overcome their fears.
And did you traumatize these people, or did
Some
you
of them,
help these
yeah.
people?
I think their reactions were traumatic.
Did they sign a waiver?
Is this something where you would use so you would ask them their greatest fear in their childhood toy?
No.
Or would you like divine it?
I
You
would
be-
not
you
ask
would-
them. I would divine it. They would get on stage, and then I would do the shtick, and then I would like use my mental medium powers, and I would. I also didn't know their names. I would get like initials, and then and then divine their names, and I would divine things about them, and then their fear.
Was everybody's fear always being on stage in front of a bunch of people?
No, the most heights and spiders were the most common. One of them was spiders, and their favorite childhood toy was Godzilla. Which was fun. Someone's was a couple times it was like aliens or being abducted. G.I. Joe was a common toy.
I have
Earthquakes.
a lot of questions.
Yeah, I have so many questions. Like, I want to
So
do
what
like.
do you mean divine? Like, were you making it up and they were going along with you, or did you actually fucking read these people's minds? Like, what do you mean
These
by
are
divine?
audience members. These were people who paid to come see a show.
Mhm.
These are cold reading techniques. This is how the quote unquote real psychics
So
do this.
they're-
Except I
Are
was
they
really a
paying with-
medium and really a psychic during the show.
Oh, right. I'm sorry. Yes.
Yes, of course. You were really, of course. But did it help that these people all paid with credit cards and there were only like 30 people in the audience?
Like, catch me
That's
now.
called warm. That's called warm reading.
Did that make your powers stronger?
I mean,
And so childhood toy. Like, I'm very curious because part of me is like, oh my God, this is horseshit. And part of me is like, oh my God, can you make my wife not afraid of planes?
what's her favorite toy? From her
Wait,
childhood?
she's afraid of planes, or she's afraid of
No,
flying?
she's afraid of flying. She's afraid of
Okay,
flying.
okay.
And she's gotten so much better. Now,
Oh God!
Oh,
Could you imagine like? brrr.
yeah, people
Yeah.
have been afraid of flying. Usually the flying story involves them jumping out of a plane facing. It's always about facing their fears. But they have their toy as like a personified like figure in this meditative dream to help them fight against it.
Oh, it's their lovey. That's
So
called a
you
lovey.
would take their favorite toy and make them scared of their favorite childhood toy. So you took the only toy they had left.
Once or twice they were like, no, now I'm scared of them now. Yeah.
So you're transferring their fear
Yeah.
and then putting it into a childhood toy.
No,
Which
it's
I'm
like,
assuming
it's,
then
it's taking
sort
their
of
fear.
imparted some sort of life into this childhood toy.
Yes, it's their toy has come to life
And that's
and
how
is
we
fighting
got the movie
alongside
Toy
them.
Story.
Their fear has been
Okay.
amplified to a giant version that they can face, like in a physical form somehow, usually. And their toy is there to help them fight.
I think I've got
So
it.
it's like Rita Repulsa saying, "Make my monster grow."
Yes,
And
exactly.
the monster
Okay.
grows and then
So-
fights the Megazord.
What you do is you take the thing inside of the child, right? And you put it all over the toy, and then you burn the toy like the Velveteen Rabbit. Oh my God, I'm crying.
But you're not afraid of rabbits anymore.
Yeah.
I am terrified of scarlet fever.
But you're crying. But you're still crying. Just because you're
But
not
you don't know
afraid
why.
Tears are
of
they're
rabbits
happy
doesn't
tears.
mean
They're
that
happy
you're
tears.
doesn't mean you're okay. Those are two different things.
You know what? I will say? I will say Michael Heiman has shown us his powers of persuasion, right?
Yeah.
I think now is a good time for
Yep.
him to go into his commercial.
Yeah,
Correct.
Perfect.
Yes.
Let's make it happen.
right.
I can't wait to hear what advertiser you got for us this
Very
week.
good
Okay.
segue.
I've got the tape here,
Persuade us.
so let me just.
I believe it's pronounced poorly overpriced scooter.
Okay, so here's the tape. Knock knock. Who's there? Banana? Banana who? Orange? Orange who? Orange, you glad I didn't say banana? But I really wanted a banana and an orange. Well, now you can have both. From the makers of Pod Chicken, here's Orange Banana. Are you ready to hear how we made this? That's what she said. Wait, who's talking? I am. Are we the same person? Never mind. With our patented combination technology, we apply 2 tons of pressure to oranges and bananas and also coconuts, because coconuts are all the rage. And now we have orange banana. you get all the great citrus and vitamin C flavors of an orange with the pithy potassium chew of a banana. It fulfills both of your wildest fruit dreams in one tight package. It comes with a 7-day warranty, so you know that it's a high-quality product. From the makers of Pod Chicken, it's Orange Banana.
Oh, okay. They sent us those samples. To me, it was really, despite the name Orange Banana, I found it to be heavy on the coconut flavor.
Mm-hmm.
It really feels like there maybe, yeah.
And I think that 2 tons of pressure did make it as dense as a diamond.
Yeah, it was very capsule-like.
Yeah, but I was able to suck on it to get the juices out. Yeah.
Every time I feel like I'm really starting to get to know Michael Heiman, he does something that makes me think I don't know him at all.
And
He contains multitudes.
He's an onion, that one.
Yeah, like collecting great sponsors like that.
Lots of layers over there,
Mm-hmm.
hey, I like both oranges and bananas. What can I say?
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's are you coming out to us?
I'm not sure what you think oranges and bananas are,
Or
Jen.
what the words
There
coming
have
out
been several times. I've got to speak out. There have been several times on this podcast where something has been sexualized where I'm like, what is going on? What is happening with these people?
I thought he was coming out to us as someone who likes both fruits because I feel like there's just such opposites.
He's bisexuous.
okay.
I mean, I love oranges and I hate
to
bananas.
be fair, there is
so-
that
I
old
agree with that.
expression. It's like comparing bananas and oranges.
Absolutely, yeah. It's a reason that exists. I need to stop leaning back in my chair while I'm talking. That makes great sound quality for later.
Yeah. I mean, it's your issue, dude. You edit this.
Yeah.
It is, yeah. It's my problem.
No skin off
Speaking
my
of
nose.
issues, what's your issue with bananas? Bananas are awesome. Do you not like the texture?
No.
Do you not like the taste? What's happening?
They're disgusting.
I think I've picked up on all of that over time. I think it's probably first initially the texture thing, but the flavor as well. Like I can tolerate it, and there's been certain
bananas?
circumstances where I'm really hungry, and it's like a banana's available. It's like screw it, I'll eat the banana. Like we did the inflatable 5K fun run a few years back, which was like those giant, cool inflatable obstacles. You've got to run a long distance and then climb through them and everything. At the end of it, they gave out bananas, and I was like, now I want a banana. This is the time that I feel like I need a banana. And occasionally I can tolerate a smoothie that has banana in it. But for the most part, just the flavor of it, for the most part, is my biggest problem. But yeah, I don't know. It's just like I just avoid bananas. But they don't ruin things for me like walnuts do. Like if I taste a walnut, I'm done with the food entirely. But yeah,
I feel the same way about coconuts, except it does ruin it for
Yes.
me. I'll never eat a coconut, even if it's
Same.
already there.
I don't like
Same
coconuts.
here.
And the
Yeah.
texture thing is the orange. I can't. People who are like, ugh, bananas,
Oh.
but then they'll open an orange that's covered in dead skin and put it in their mouth.
You can
oh,
peel
I'll
that
eat
up.
the dead skin
Okay.
even.
All that
Okay.
pith.
To
Hold
get
on,
to the
Allison.
flavor, you have to
Allison.
like gnaw on this white carcass.
It's
No,
delicious.
I'm about to make you so happy. All right, so
Okay, all right.
in like a month, right? In like a month, if you're at a grocery store, if you still go to grocery stores, I miss it.
In a month. I hope they're still
Yeah.
here. Yeah.
So there are going to be these things called sumo oranges. They're like these big ass oranges, and they got like a nub at the top. They're the best.
Okay.
You peel them, right? And then these big sections, and then you can peel the pith off super easy. And they're the juiciest, most delicious. They're the best oranges. We love them so much. It's one of those things where I was like, I live in the suburbs now. When I like came home to my wife and I was like, "Hun, it's sumo orange season. They had sumo oranges." And she's like, "Did you buy all of them?"
Remind us.
This is the most successful ad we've ever had on the show.
Yeah. When you see them in the store, remind us
Yeah.
because I want to check these out. I do
It's-
like a
I
really
know
good
it.
orange, and that
I
sounds
think
great.
it's the thing that I always point to and go, that's a weird grapefruit. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Right?
Most
Okay.
That or a pomelo you might also be thinking of.
Unfortunately, because of my particular COVID protocols, I'm not going into stores. So when I flip through the ads and I see it and longingly look at
Mhm.
the sumo oranges being on sale, I will let you guys know.
Yeah, well, hopefully you qualify for that vaccine soon enough that you can actually go get your own oranges.
Yeah, I'm hoping. Like
Yes.
the sadness of being like, you know what, the thing I'm looking forward to most is when I can go to Trader Joe's and not shit my pants with fear,
Yeah.
Yes.
and just instead shit my pants with excitement.
And that's just of the protesters who marched through the store without their masks on, yelling at everyone about their freedom.
You went to Trader
Yeah.
Joe's before and felt differently than that, though? Like, that's how I've always felt in Trader Joe's.
It's maybe the one time my
That's just
daughter
the
has
parking,
gone
though.
anywhere in this whole pandemic was like we were cooking something and like the food was going. My wife was like teaching a class and there was something that we were missing. And then we have to go to the grocery store. Like I have to go now. So I took her and I'm like, we're just going to like run to the back of the store, get it. We get all the way out. We're checking out. She's like, I got to go to the bathroom. And I'm like, I wouldn't want to go into Yvonne's bathroom before a global pandemic. It's like, we're going to go to the least sanitary place in the universe.
There are some things I want to keep. Like, I like Trader Joe's better now because Trader Joe's is full of a lot of people who eat organic and don't wear a lot of deodorant, and it's very stinky in there. And now you wear a mask, you can't smell it. So I'm enjoying. I'm getting real close to those hippies. Like, hey, pass me the granola. Like, everything is gravy for me.
I can't tell how much patchouli you have on.
Exactly.
Selling me on non-mask life of can't you wait to go back to when you were inhaling things that came out of other people's body? It's like tough sell, guy. Tough sell.
Yeah.
And on inhaling things that came out of other people's bodies, I think we might have come to the end of our show.
It feels like a good note to scatter.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That just you can't get any better than that.
Hey Josh, are you feeling okay? You've been real quiet this whole time.
Wait. What?
No, nothing?
No. Josh?
Oh.
Josh?
Hold on. Let me check the chat. Oh, car trouble. He didn't make it.
Oh.
So wait,
my God.
Who's in that other box?
Who's that guy?
Who's in the Josh box?
Oh, guys.
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh my God.
Should we start recording now?
This is my greatest fear.
Should we start recording now?
No, wait till I do the outro.
Oh. I thought you did the outro. We're outroed.
Try, Josh.
I'd like to thank the Super Legit crew for joining me this week. I want to thank Matt Walker for his amazing intro and outro music. You can find his website in our show notes. And if you're not subscribed to us on every service. Give us 5 stars. Tell your friends about us. And we'll see you next time. And hopefully Josh makes it back here, or whoever is filling in for him in the black box and that weird shadowy presence.
Feel better, Chris and Josh.
This is turning into like Hollywood squares. Like we like Jets in the middle, and there's a rotating cast of
or Halloween squares, and there's a murderer.
Yeah. like every week someone gets killed off. Yeah.
A murderer.
Is that how it's pronounced?
Yes, it is.
You've only seen it written, never.
I've only seen it performed. I've never seen it actually spoken.
Oh, Jet, should we record now?
Bravo. Well
yes,
done.
Josh. I mean Michael. I mean Josh. Start recording now.
Michael, you're so method.
I don't believe anything's on. Oh my time. I kicked the door on its hinges just so I could move on. Oh.
Guys, I'm here. I'm sorry I'm late, but that tow truck took forever. I'm not too late, right? Am I? Guys? Oh, man. Should I start recording now?